Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I'm here to show you a brief explanation of some Commander stuff that I've been working on. Hopefully this will help you figure out what you want to do or give you some ideas of how to handle Commanders that you have in case you're not really 100% sure what the smoothest move would be. Maybe these ideas will help spur you forward and give you new things to think about. So it would be real helpful if you could leave a like for this video. That would help spread the word, especially to players that have less experience in Commander building. So let me explain to you what's going on. So what you see here is the Commander I was using in my Sexton artillery. I was using that to build Commander points while I was working on long hauls, and that's one of the secrets of Commander building. Build Commanders while you're doing something else. Work on a contract, work on upgrading a tank that you bought. Try to combine two or more items together so they're not just, I'm going to work on a Commander. Oh, now I did that. Let me go stop and work on my contract. Ridiculous, right? You'd work simultaneously on all of those things, as many as possible, whatever floats your boat, whatever you can figure. So for myself, what I was doing was working on this Commander, building points for him. That's one. Working on long haul missions. That's two. That tank that I'm using has an 81% silver bonus. I'm making money by the tons. Three. For World War II standards anyway. I have a contract I'm working on. I just wasn't working on it because it doesn't use artillery. I'm not worried about that. Whatever. But that just explains it from your perspective. Whoa, why didn't you work on your your contract? Well, because the contract was for mediums and heavies, and I didn't feel like playing those. That's another key element. Play what you feel like playing. When it comes to playing Sexton artillery and building Commanders, I'm like Captain America, baby. I can do this all day. So that's one of the secrets. If you like to play sniper tanks, do it in a sniper tank. If you like to play light tanks, do it in a light tank. Medium tanks, heavy tanks, artillery, whatever floats your boat. Do what is fun for you, because guess what? You'll be able to do it more and generate more points out of it because you're enjoying what you're doing. So for me, I felt like doing artillery, and that's what I did. And it was awesome because I started out working on this pirate Commander when he had 4 skills, and I was like, well, let me work on this guy. I'm going to knock this guy off. I was about halfway through the 5th skill, so I knocked that off and then continued forward and ended up completing the long haul. A few more matches after that, I completed the 6th skill. I took the 6th skill on this guy. Let's take a look at this guy. And I will tell you how these came in order. The last skill that I picked up, though, is this one. So when I was building this Commander, I actually originally started building him in a 38H. And so this is a 38H build order. Quick Learner gives you plus 10% experience on every match you play. Absolutely worth it. Slap-a-Fish did a video explaining this. I knew it was correct because I was a math major in college. So I knew he was correct with his conclusions. I already knew how this has worked. I've done this kind of stuff before. But he did an excellent job. Now the problem is, I was going to do a version of that to show you guys, but you just can't do that video without it being boring. It's just all numbers and it's boring as heck. If you want to go find Slap-a-Fish's video on the Quick Learner, by all means go do so. He's super accurate on what he did, and he nailed it. So I didn't need to do it because it's just boring, and his isn't that bad, but it's boring by nature. There's nothing you could do. It's not an insult on him at all. So in my in my 38H, the second skill I put on there is armor angling for defensive purposes, followed by rapid loading, born leader. This maximizes the reload, minimizes the actual reload time. This maximizes the accuracy of shooting. And on this guy, I decided to experiment and add the clutch braking to give him increased rotation for defensive purposes. Now, in artillery, Sexton, I would do quick learner. The second one would be rapid loading. This gives you the fastest potential change in reload. The next reload would be the born leader, because it does a slim amount, and this will knock it down to its minimum reload time of 5.47 seconds. That's what you want. After that, I would add steady aim, and this would knock the accuracy down from 0.51 to 0.45, which is the best accuracy number you can get in this tank. After that, the fifth skill, I'd put you could put actually either the clutch braking or the armor, but I want the armor because people are going to come and get to you, and that gives you some help. And the thing about the American section is it has 30 extra hit points. So there are guys that I have turned and killed because I have 30 extra hit points in the American section. I have this armor angling, which is minus 5% damage. And I have been able to turn and kill guys that rolled up on me because my team was incapable of defending me for whatever reason. And then again, here the sixth one, if you want to put this on there, that's where I would put it, sixth position. So this will help you build commanders in either a 38H or a Sexton artillery or any other artillery for that matter. Okay. So there we go. Now, one of the things I want to tell you, here's the ultimate explanation of why I say work on commanders. Now, you have to remember, I've been playing this game for 10 years, so I have more commanders than a lot of you because you just haven't played as long. That's what it boils down to. But you look at these commanders that I have here. That's a lot of them. You can see on the top of my box there that I have 123 commanders in tanks, 137 total commanders, which is more than enough. Now let's go to the filter. On the filter for commanders, for example, this upper left corner, this is for unassigned commanders. These are commanders that are not assigned to any tank. This gives me a quick, look. It's like, well, who do I have? Here's a 3-star, 2-star, bunch of 1-stars, another 3-star, 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 okay? So this lets me know which guys are and are not assigned if I need to put a commander in a tank, for example. Now, the result of my building of commanders is, look, these are the skills for commanders. So these are all my commanders with 1 skill. I don't have any. These are all my commanders with 2 skills. I don't have any of those either. These are commanders with 3 skills. I don't have any of those either. Are you detecting a trend? This is my 4-skill commander. He's in my 38H, so he's in the process of being built up to 5+. So what I try to do when I get new commanders that I'm going to keep, I want to get them built up to 5 or more so that they're useful in other tanks. Now, one of the reasons why I do this is because I created a rule through observation that you want to take a tank and we want to see what kind of commander we have available for that tank. Well, one of the things I can do is go pick a tank randomly over here. All right, here we go. Here's a Slayer. Now, this Slayer is a tier 7 tank, and my magic rule is super easy. Any kid can use it. What tier is the Slayer? The Slayer is a tier 7 tank. So my magic rule says, look, if you want to put a command in there, subtract 2 from the tier, and that number is kind of like the minimum that you'd want to put in there. So a tier 7 tank minus 2 makes it 5. So you want to have a commander with 5 or more skills. Now, obviously, I have some really great commanders. In fact, in this guy, you can see he's got a 9 skill commander, because I was using this on a contract the last time I used it. I just left him in there. It doesn't matter to me. No need to change him until I need it. So I was busting butt with this guy. Okay, so that's not 100% a fair example. Let me find somebody who's got a commander. What does this commander have? This guy's got another 9. Well, that's another story. Let's try again. Well, here's one. This is a tier 3 tank. Now you could get away with using a 1 skill commander in this tank, this tier 3 sniper. That's what 3-2 would tell you. And that's perfectly fine. Yes, you can take this tank if you got this brand new and you start building your commander from there. You very well can do that. Especially in a sniper, it's not that bad because you're not going to be engaged in direct physical confrontation. You're going to try and drill them from long range. Okay, so this is kind of the general thinking. Helpful rules that will get you scoring. This is a tier 4 M3 Lee. Now you could use 2 skills on this, like reload would be good. And what else would be really helpful? Good question. Armor angling would be fine. Okay. And you could get by with this tank using reload and armor angling. Now, the other ones I use because they help. Born Leader helps. The steady aim helps, gives you a better accuracy. But most of the fighting in this tank is relatively close range, couple 100 yards. So you're going to get good accuracy anyway. This is the thing. You got to know the kind of tank you're using. You know, you got to do things, use things that will help your scoring. So this is what I'm talking about in commanders. So I've shared with you my -2 rule to give you a ballpark of what you want to do. Now this is another commander builder tank. This is a 50% bonus commander tank. This is a tier 8 Astron Rex. So this guy you'd like to have about 6. Okay, I only have 5, but it's a ballpark rule. And I can get by with these 5, but objectively I should shove a 6th one in here. So that's really what it's telling me. So why don't we go and do that? So I go over here. I'm going to sort for 6 skilled commanders. Hey, look, this guy's unassigned. Jackpot. We'll use this guy. All right, go here. We're going to swap this with the Krampus commander, who happens to be a 5. He's a hideous commander, too. I mean, I hate the way he looks, but he's a 3-star. I can't throw him away. The Krampus and the Astron Rex came from the 2022 Christmas season. So here we go. I just traded the skills. Now this Krampus in a tier 8 Astron Rex has 6 skills, and these are perfectly fine for him to use in his commander building. So that was a nice little helpful hint. I didn't realize I had an inferior commander in my Krampus, so sometimes these videos help both you and me. So that gives you the main idea. Now, if you don't have a commander bonus tank, the commander bonus tanks have bonus commander percentages every match. Astron Rex has 50% bonus. Terrific tank. But it's a tier 8. You can face up to tier 10s in it. If you don't have one of these tanks, there are some tanks that have 20% bonuses, like the AMX Chaffee, tier 7, the tier 8 Legion 59. It's a black Chinese patent tank. There's Halloween Holland Hunt has got a 50% bonus. These are just some off the top of my head. But the king of all of these tanks is this dude right here. Doom da doom 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 da doom. Why is this little dude the king? Well, this is a 38H. This is a tier 2 tank. 50% commander bonus. So if your commander, like my commander in here, let me get him. There he is right here. He's a 3-star. That's 30%. Now, he has as you can see in the first skill, right under his, what do you call that thing he's wearing? That poncho is a quick learner. That's a 10% bonus. So his 50% becomes 60%. The tank itself has right here, enhanced rations. That's a 10% bonus. I'm sorry, the commander is 30% plus 10% is 40%. The tank is a 50% bonus here, but with this added rations, it becomes 10% more. So it's 60% for the tank, 40% for the commander. So this combo here, this is 100% bonus. So for every 1,000 commander points you would make normally, you're going to make an extra 1,000. So it's 2,000. If you were going to make 5,000 points, it would be 10,000. That's why this dude rules. He literally has a built-in double for his commander bonus points. Now, you might be saying, that's not for sale in the store, and I can't buy that in the tech tree. Those are all true. However, this tank is absolutely free. What we want to do here, there we go. World of Warships Legends Joint Forces. Now this dude, I'm going to scroll down here. This is a 2-for game. We don't want the games. We already have the game of tanks, and I don't want the warships myself. I'm looking for this picture. This is the 38H. So you come down here. I said you come down here. Where's the download part? They changed this. You freaks. All right. We'll find it. No problem. Manage this. Well, you wouldn't do the management part, but it's okay. You're looking to buy this. It's free. It doesn't matter. So we got this installed. This game I don't have. I don't care. Joint Forces installed. This part gives you the 38H with a garage slot for free. That's it. Real simple. It's a 10 megabyte file. It's just next to nothing. This is the dude you want because you run this and it's going to give you, when you go back to your garage, you'll go back and you can go into your profile and it'll show it to you in your log, or you can just go look in your garage and find it that way. However, it doesn't matter. But this tank is absolutely free, and you can get this. There's another one. It's a World of Tanks Combined Might, and after you get this 38H, if you want to pick up the T2 Lite for free, same process. Just type in Combined Might and it'll show up, and you do the same thing. It's a free 10 megabyte file, and you'll get, this is the Panzer 38H. Let's kill this. Tier 2. This is the T2 Lite. This is the other free tank. It's a good goofing around tank. Super fast, lightweight, doesn't have much armor. By far, the 38H is king of the tier 2s. And the bonus part of the 38H is that it goes slow. It's, maximum speed is 42. Well, that's, on a slight declining angle. On flat ground, it'll do about 25. Okay, it's slow. But what it teaches you that if you're slow, you better plan your route carefully and take an efficient route. So it makes you a better player because it makes you think ahead. Because if you go wandering off in the wrong direction and you have to go back, oh man, that's a long trip back just to get where you were. So you don't want to dally in a 38H. You want to make a decision, figure out where you need to go, and go there. A lot of times you start moving right from the get-go and hope that you arrive when you need to and not late. So, free tank, bonus, and I mean bonus commander experience, especially, in fact, this is what we want to do. Go down here. These blue ones are commander boosters. So I use these. I use a lot of these 2.5s to get the hang of what's going on. So I got 2s, 2.5s, 2.25s, 2 3/4. You pick those up from the free chest every day. So this is a big time commander point maker. It builds up. You know, do several matches, 2, 3 matches, 10 matches a day, whatever floats your boat. And you will jackpot, and I mean jackpot, commander experience. So I've showed you the basic stuff, why you want to do commanders. You want to get those low commanders out of those tanks. Well, I forgot to add one more thing. Now, I showed you how to do it. The swapping of commander points or commander skills. So when this guy reaches 5 or 6 or 7, I'll end up swapping him to a lower commander, you know, probably one of those 5s, and I'll start working on my 5s one at a time and just, you know, add a skill to each one of those, you know, bit by bit. Just want to bring them up slowly. I don't want to kill myself. You don't want to run 100 commander missions in one day. It gets old quick. This is a slow tank. It's very good, but it's slow. So keep it fun. Don't make it a big-time, hate-filled chore. Build your guys up to whatever you need, and everybody's different. You know, you might need a 3 or a 4 or a 5. Get to there, swap them out, start again. This is what I do myself. You saw that result because I don't have any 1 skill, 2 skill, 3 skill. I have this guy, he's the last of my 4 skill commanders. The rest of my guys are all 5s and above because you can use those in matches and help your guys. You don't want to run 2 and 3 slot commanders because they're not that great. Okay, so I'm just helpful hints right there. So hopefully this will help you guys be a little more efficient with your commanders, give you some kind of an idea of what you want to do. One of the things you might want to consider, if you have commanders that you're not going to be using anytime soon, don't worry about them. Build the ones that you want to use. Preferably use the 2 and 3 star commanders like I have. Let me show you again. 2 and 3 star commanders give you more experience. 2 stars give you 15% bonus. 3 stars give you 30% bonus. That's why we use 3-star commanders to build our guys. Now, for me, I have so many commanders. Some of the 2-star guys, like War Daddy, I use these just for guys in my tank as the characters. And this Chinese guy. This guy is a Chinese 2-star. He's not really a common commander, but it's great to have for Chinese tanks. So I got him. I don't really use him for his 15% bonus. He's just there as a character. Because if I'm going to go play some serious matches, I'd shove probably 6 or 7 or higher commander in there and just use him like that and not worry about it. I didn't have very many Chinese commanders, so I kept this guy from one of my mercenary tanks because he's obviously of Asian descent. Stuff like that, you know. I don't do much with 2-dimensional commanders, but some of them are cool, some of them aren't. Whatever floats your boat. This girl is really awesome because I had not seen her before, and she's been out for many years. I just didn't have her. So the 3-star 2D commander, I kept that one. This is a Warhammer Orc. The only ones they have are 2D, so I have the Warhammer Orcs. Again, this is another 2-star character. He's a Canadian snowtrooper. Fantastic. So it's stuff like that. Do whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes your commanders the most exciting to you, that's what you should do. Have fun with it. Don't be crazy. You're not forced to be boring. Do whatever's going to make it happy, make you happy, and make it fun for you. So I've given you basically all the main ideas that would help you the quickest. You got to get out there and play some commander matches. You know, play 1 here, 1 there. I usually play anywhere from 2 or 3 to up to 10, depending on how close I am to getting a skill knocked off. So if I'm getting close to a skill knockup, I'll like finish it off, and it could maybe take 12 matches. I don't want to force myself to slave over this. Just want to do what keeps it interesting. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It really help again if you could leave a like. Tell your friends, that way they could check this out, learn, like, and possibly subscribe. I have more videos to work on, obviously, and I will be back soon. So I look forward to seeing you again, and thanks a lot for watching.